I'm one of the strongest men to ever walk the earth.
I love Caesar salad.
Welcome to another episode of Husky Boys, where two husky boys get together and talk to other people. How you doing, Robert?
I'm doing good, buddy. How you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, where are you?
I'm in Dallas,
Ooh.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting a convertible and driving around the city. It'd be awesome.
I was going to say, are you there for training camp? But that's actually in Oxnard, right? The Dallas Cowboys. You
I don't
don't
know
know.
where. I don't know.
You're just a
I don't
football
do
guy.
sports things. I don't know. It's hot here. If they do training camp here, they're gnarly.
They're silly.
Yeah.
How did everything go this weekend?
It's been a good week. It's been fun. Just filming some stuff. I work regularly with this YouTube channel called Preston Plays, and so we remade a video. I think it's the most successful video I've ever made. I think, and we looked at it yesterday. It was at 1 billion.
No way.
Yeah, over 1 billion views. It was 1 billion, 2 million something. And it's so funny. It's like when we made it, I wasn't even paying attention. It's just four of us in a line, and we like all snap each other's calves with a rubber band, and you see how you react with a kazoo in your mouth. And it just blew up. So we redid that one. But the funny thing was, I'm not going to give a billion details because I don't want her to feel uncomfortable, but I was doing some work, and there was a lady here, and I've got like one of my things. I have a sleeveless tuxedo T-shirt I was wearing, fancy, and this lady, she comes up and she goes, "Can I feel your arms?" Like, I'm surrounded by people. I'm not going to be a jerk. I didn't say yes, and I didn't say no. I just stood there. Right. And then she starts rubbing on my arm and stuff. And this happened a million times. But as she's rubbing my arm, she goes, "I'm like one of those. And I go, "Autistic?" She goes, "No, a cougar. I'm a cougar."
You're an autistic cougar?
Yeah.
I love it.
Man,
That's
awesome. It was pretty awkward. It lasted for a long time too. It was like, I thought the autistic crack would slow her down.
Nothing. She just kept on moving because that's why. She was spectrumed out.
Yeah. Well, she spectrumed me out.
I love it. Did you arm wrestle this week?
Well, when this comes out, I'd already arm wrestled last week, I think. But for me, so we I don't know if we want to tell everyone or how we do. We go 2 weeks ahead just so we've got emergency one in the bank.
Yeah.
And right now we are 1 week away from my arm wrestling match, but as this is out, yes, it'll be Friday this next week in Denver. And I'm freaking excited, man. My arm's finally starting to feel totally healed up. There's a lot of weird stuff in arm wrestling. Like, it's just like when I first got into Strongman.
I love that you whispered it.
I don't even want to say it. People don't like when I tell the truth about this stuff, man. They don't like it. And
you talk and I'll move my mouth so it looks like it's coming for me.
Okay. Arm wrestling is for homeschooled, non-athletic people who do not have other things going in their lives. They act very serious about something that's kind of fucking stupid.
That's interesting.
It's a little weird. I'm not trying to be a hater, man. It's just like I like real sports. I played hockey. I played football. I played basketball a little.
Can I explain it? Can I explain what arm wrestling is?
I would love it.
It's pickleball to tennis.
Yeah. I can see that. It's
So
it's
it's wrestling. Arm wrestling is to wrestling what pickleball is to tennis. That's what I meant to say.
that makes total sense. That makes total sense. It's I
Not,
again,
not
I feel so weird. I don't want to be like a dick. It's like imagine you if you're like, man, these comedy guys are stupid. Everyone would be like, bro, that's what you're doing. You're a comedian.
I learned to stop saying that a long time ago.
See, and here I am. You're making me say it. Dang it.
I love
Dang
it.
it. People get so mad too, man, because I used to say that about strongman. I think it's just I like real sports. I like
Yeah. You
uh,
like team sports.
I love team sports. I'm
See,
a big
that's
team
what
sports
that's what
guy.
it is. You prefer team sports over individualistic sports, which is kind of like, I don't know. I always thought it's kind of like ha people that have a dummy. You know what I mean? That, ventriloquists. I feel like those kids grew up by themselves. So,
Yeah.
and
And for
yeah,
me too, I get like for me, my family life was turbulent. And so like being on a football team felt really comforting. It felt I don't know, there's just so much that goes into it. And it's not just that my family life was turbulent. You were on team sports and you're a fucking Canadian. So like it's
oh
not it's
yeah.
not like you have to be a crazy redneck to enjoy team sports, you know?
No,
It's
no,
just
no. I,
it's
I, I just don't. I look at it for you as being a guy that's talented in something that he didn't really focus on. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So,
And
so
that pisses people off.
yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
does.
The guys that it doesn't come naturally to, I'm sure it destroys them inside because that's what they want to be. And I'm sure they have something that they're naturally talented at that other people can't do, right? So it's
Yeah.
not a hating thing. It's just a come on thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I honestly, I have so much more fun going and helping my son's 7, 8, and 9-year-old football team than I do even like not just training, even competing against somebody. I have more fun doing the coaching than I did when I competed in strongman. Like
Right.
it's just it's so much more fun and like I don't know. It teaches you more about life. You get to learn how to deal with people in a healthy way. Like it's forced on you to like if you don't like this guy, it doesn't matter. It's like that's your quarterback, that's your lineman, that's your whatever, your center, anything. You don't like that guy, well, you have to figure out how to work with that person anyway. That kind of stuff is huge for life. And I feel like the individual sports that I've been a part of are the complete antithesis of that. They're like you don't want people around you. You don't want. It's like very much like seclusion, and it's I don't know. I think again I'm gonna piss a lot of people off with this. They hate it when I say this shit.
It's good. All Robert's saying, even though he's not making friends, he prefers to have friends.
Ian said this. I didn't
I
say
didn't.
anything if you
I
noticed.
was what I was trying to say is I prefer friends, even though I'm having a hard time making friends with people that don't want friends.
Uh-huh. I don't
Wow,
want the
that's
autistic lady. I want friends.
yeah. I just want to touch. I just want to touch people's arms. I
She
love it.
looked a lot like you too. If you put like a
Oh my
brown wig
God.
on to here, she had a
Uh-huh.
little bit more hair on the chin though.
Oh, good. She was a tougher lady than I was.
She probably would have messed me up,
That's
man.
funny.
She's a Texas lady.
She probably didn't want to fuck you. She just wanted to take your arms and put them on her body.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel everything that
Don't try
popped in
to.
my head
Don't
right there.
overthink
Don't
about
say
it.
it. Don't
Don't
say it.
overthink about it. Hey,
Yeah, like
let's talk about our guest this week.
dude, I'm excited. I called in my buddy Elias, who I've known him ever since I moved to Idaho in 2018. Him and I have been
Hmm.
working together. He was my camera guy on the road. We did a ton of stuff together for like 4 years. Him and I like were everywhere on planes all the time, just working together. He's a really good dude. He's got 5 boys, and he's a California native out of Sacramento, I believe, and he moved up
Nice.
into Idaho. And now, so he's done a billion things. I'm sure he'll get into the stuff. It's probably better hearing it from him, but he's had YouTube success in a lot of different ways. He had a gigantic kids channel where he did stuff with his dog, and it was like, you know, those videos where the dog's going around stuff, and then all of a sudden YouTube changes the payout scale, and those videos are not worth making anymore. And so he'll find the next thing and stuff. And right now he's blowing up with his cow, Bruce. So he does guest appearances, he does late night TV, he does all kinds of different stuff. He's just
I'll tell you the credits I have for him here. Bruce does cameos. Bruce is the cow. He does cameos. They do painting and cooking videos together. They like to do ice baths. Elias adopted him when he was 3 days old. So that's how attached they are. And you can watch them on Elias Films on Instagram, or Elias Films with a Z.com, and find all their information. So let's get them in here. Hello, Elias. How are you?
What's that?
I love
Thanks
it.
for having me.
It's the facial hair show this week. I've started growing some facial hair after seeing your sweet mustache online. I said, I need to grow some.
Can you even grow a mustache like that? I can't.
I couldn't grow a mustache like that.
No.
It's embarrassing. This is all I can grow. I'm not kidding. I can't grow anything else anywhere else.
Well, it works. It's a sweet mustache. Which of you, because you guys have been friends for a long time, you and Robert, which of you guys had facial hair first?
Definitely Robert.
Me.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. When I first met Elias, like, I don't know, he was probably 40, 50 pounds heavier, but did not look chubby. What was that? Is that overestimate?
No, I thought you were going to leave it at that, 40 or 50 pounds. I thought you were going to.
So Elias was a little bit bigger, not chubby, but and he was very into doing like videos and stuff with his dogs and kids and all that. And then I pulled him into the strongman world, and we did a year of traveling around making videos that we never like materialized the content. You know, we never made it. We went around, got COVID in Ohio, got sick together, had all kinds of crazy shit go down, and then we never made the videos.
That's really funny.
Dude, it was wild. That whole year was nuts. Super cool, though. A lot of traveling. I'm not big on traveling, but I like it now, I think.
Elias, real quick before we go, look, tell him that little change you did, because Elias did a big change with his diet since I met him. And right now, Elias looks fit, thin and stuff, but like, he always looked fit, and I didn't know he had that poundage to lose. But he's been really on point for a long time. Will you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, for sure. So we did a month challenge of no bread, no sugar. And so it's, more like keto style is what we started with.
How did you end that month? What'd you do?
That was rough. So Robert and I did a pizza challenge, I don't even know how big that thing was. It was like 3 feet across, huge pizza. And we were trying to finish the whole thing. I had one slice. I don't know. You probably ate half of it at least. You tore it up. But yeah, I did a whole month of super clean, no bread, no sugar. And then I ate this giant slice of pizza and was just like so sick. It was awful. Thanks for that, Robert.
I'm sure you just lied afterwards and just prayed to shit 2 days later is what you probably had to do. And I love that Robert pushed you into it. We're gonna eat a pizza. Come on, we're gonna be the biggest pizza ever.
I need somebody for this video. And he's like, I haven't had bread in a month.
Perfect.
So now it's been 3.5 years since that last meal. The pizza meal was my last bread I ever had. 3.5 years ago. And
That's
so
funny.
I've been going strong, though. I just do a lot of fruits, a lot of honey, maple syrup, natural sugars, and then just pretty much a lot of protein.
So instead of sugar, you just stick to honey?
Yeah, I'll do honey and then fruits. A lot of fruit. Mostly the
I'm
high
trying
ones
to
like
switch. I'm trying to
grapes.
switch over to honey myself. I do like the plain yogurt. I do which is like terrible, and then I put honey in it and fruit and all that. And I'm doing my best to try and cut down on bread as well. But Elias, he makes you feel like you're a pud because he's like, "Oh, I'm done doing it. Never did it again." And then I force it down his throat, and then he's never gonna do it again.
The hardest
It's
part is, I mean, I'm sure you guys see the videos. I'm like eating this stuff with Bruce,
Yeah.
and I have to spit it out off camera. So I'll like, just the other day we had a piece of pizza, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's been so long. This is so good. And then I have to spit it out off camera, edit it to where it's, and then rinse my
That's
mouth out with water, and I'm kind of
funny.
anal about it. It's terrible.
People, if they're watching right now and they don't know about you, you adopted a cow when it was 3 days old.
Yep. Yeah, he was 3 days old. Let me open this up when we get him involved here. Feed him a few things. Yeah, so I moved out to the country, and I was like, we got to get a cow since we're in the country. And
Gotta.
yeah, and so a lot of these dairies, they don't want the cows, or the steers, excuse me, the bulls, because obviously they don't produce milk. And so
Right.
they sell them super cheap. So I got Bruce for $100, 3 day old, and then I feed him a bottle for 82 days. And when they're bottle fed like that, they're super friendly, like seriously like a dog. Like he's just so chill. But if you go out and try and pet a cow in a field, like some random cow, they're not going to be into it. They got to be bottle fed.
You got to take that back so our listeners will just go try to pet them. I'd appreciate that if you didn't tell that part,
Yeah,
just so
yeah,
we could see a bunch of damaged people.
hop over the fence and then give them
I
some
saw a
bananas.
video yesterday. This dad had told his son, he's like, "I'll give you $20 if you get on the back of that steer." And the steer was laying on the grass, and his kid walks out there, and I'm in my head, I'm like, he's gonna be a teenager or whatever. It's like a 5-year-old little boy, and he walks like marches straight up to the cow, and before the cow can get up, he jumps on its back, and the cow kicks him off. Oh man,
I
you
seen
don't
that
want to mess
video.
with that.
I was like, how do you get a kid like that? That's so awesome. Because
Crazy.
no way I could talk my boys into doing that ever. They would be like,
Well, your
yeah,
kids
this
know.
is a setup. Yeah.
Speaking of which, did anybody ever try to convince you that cow tipping was a thing when you were a kid?
Oh yeah, for sure. My uncle, he had a dairy, or has a dairy still in California, and I lived out there for a little while with him. And yeah, that was the thing. Like, oh, let's go cow tipping, and the cows are always just like awake and aware that you're there. They're just like, you're an idiot. This is
Yeah, you
not...
know why? Because it happened once in like 1901, and they haven't been tricked since. It's been sent down. You know what I mean?
For sure. Well, they don't even sleep standing up like a lot of people think. So
I love that you say your uncle had a dairy. My grandfather we lived down the street from a dairy, and the cows would roam free, and they'd come onto my grandfather's land, and we would think that we would chase them, and then all of a sudden it would turn, and a bunch of cows would be chasing us, and we're like 10 years old. It was fantastic. We used to hide in apple trees and cherry trees, and I remember trying to hit them on the horns with apples. I never got one, but anyways,
oh, dude.
Basically all I was doing was feeding them. That was all I was doing the whole time. So
that's awesome.
So you have a little bit of a background in being around livestock.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I was just there, place to live. I wasn't like working on the dairy or anything like that, but we were around them, I don't know, trying to ride them or whatever, harassing them, being kids. But yeah, I never bottle fed any of them, or
you never thought at any point, you never thought, you know what, I could probably make a movie star out of a cow?
Never. No, I got Bruce just thinking like it'd be nice to have something out in the pasture to keep the grass down. And
that's really funny.
That's it. It wasn't bring him in the house and feed him. It was never that.
And basically,
I just chanced into it.
Basically, Bruce, does he eat as well, or is this the only way you feed him? Like, do you guys have to make stuff, or does he actually eat healthy?
Yeah, he has a very healthy diet. So typically cows will get like a alfalfa pasture grass mix, and he gets like this high-end alfalfa, which is typically what horse people will feed to their horses, like show horses will eat alfalfa, just straight alfalfa. And he's gotten so picky where he won't eat the mixed stuff that cows typically eat.
Love that.
Yeah, so I got to pay extra for the hay, which he eats a bale a day, and then this stuff is just like for fun, you know, treats, whatever.
Of course.
Yeah,
I was just being a douche when I said all that other stuff because it's I watched when I'm watching him, I'm like, how is he hungry all the time, or do you guys go, okay, we'll make him skip a meal and then he'll roll over us when we start making stuff like
yeah. So I've kind of dialed it in now. Like we went to a water park the other day for our last video. Took him to the water park.
Way.
Yeah, we're doing like they didn't let him in the water or anything, unfortunately, but it was pretty fun. But so I fed him twice the day before because we were going early in the morning the next morning, and just knowing that he's going to be rambunctious and a pain, I was like, let's double feed this guy. He'll be satiated, you know, and not be all crazy with the food. So I've learned to do that at different times, you know, whenever it's necessary. Or if like we're collabing with somebody, I'll be like, let's double feed him because I don't know. He's not like mean, but he'll move people out of the way. He's like, dude,
yeah,
this is my food. Get the heck out of here. And
he's like you and Robert with a pizza.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. You guys got any guesses on his size? I would be curious to know what you guys think. Height and weight.
I know. I mean, like he's up there. I stood with him. He's freaking huge. One of the biggest cows I've ever been around.
Big boy.
I would say he's probably like close to like 5'8" standing up, right? Not
That's
like up to his back. He's about 5'8", and he's about 1,200.
That's a good guess. Robert, you want to go for it, or you just tell you?
He's 5'9", 1,201. $1, Jimmy. $1.
Yeah,
oh my God.
So he's 5'6" to the top of his back. And then we just weighed him. We took him to the dump, and they were like, well, I asked them, I was like, hey, can I bring my cow and weigh him on your scales? And they're like, what the heck? Yeah, sure, I guess. What in the world? And so I brought it empty and then brought it with him. And yeah, he's 1,700 pounds.
1,700. Oh, that's impressive.
So big.
You know what would have been great if you didn't ask them and then you just rolled in with a cow?
Yeah.
And they're like, you're not throwing that out here. Question for you. When you do collabs, do you reach out to people or do they reach out to you? And second part of that question, as you said, you went to the water park. Do you call them up and say, hey, I'd like to bring my cow down and do some, or do they already know about you? Like, how does it work?
So with that specifically, I guess I'll give you a broader answer, but it's both ways. You know, it really goes both ways. If there's someone that I really am interested in collabing with, I'll reach out to them. And a lot of the times, honestly, I don't hear back from most of the people I reach out to. But
are you serious?
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
I am shocked and surprised.
I've been really trying to get a hold of someone from The Office, the TV show, because I want to like recreate like Kevin's corner of The Office where he's like got the M&Ms or the chili, you know, Kevin's famous chili, and recreate that with Bruce. I think that would be hilarious. But I haven't been able to get a hold of Brian Baumgartner. That would be sweet to get a hold of him. But I got a hold of Craig Robinson. That was cool. And he was like, yeah, someday when I'm back up that way. He was just in the Grand, I guess. And so he's like, yeah, we should do something. So that was one I was pretty excited about. But yeah, most of them, they're too high up there for me and Bruce. But luckily,
they're not too high. It's getting the communication going. Like the start of communication is the hardest part. But I guarantee you, like the guy who played Kev or whatever, like those guys see you and what you're doing, they'll want to collab. It's just they've just gotta understand like that's an opportunity before it happens.
Yeah, for sure. I think with Instagram, it's so hard to even see DMs. Like I'll go back through my DMs from a month ago and be like, oh my gosh, this dude hit me up and I didn't even see it. It's like they get hidden, which sucks. So I'm sure
Yeah.
it's a similar thing. I like to think
But
so anyway.
But also, it's at the same point, you're kind of glad they're hidden, because if everybody got a hold of you, but like, oh, I don't really want to read all these.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
don't,
Yeah.
For
I don't
sure.
want to.
That's like,
I don't want
that's
people
like,
telling me how bad of a person I am. Anyway,
How did the
oh, we got a
the
lot.
first video, like, how did you like, did you know it was gonna blow up? Like, tell us a little bit about what you were doing right before, and then like that first video, did Bruce accidentally walk in and everyone went nuts, or like how did that first one happen?
So initially, I think Robert, you and I have talked about this. Doing the ice bath stuff, I do ice baths for the entire month of January every year, and this is I think this is my 5th year doing that. And so this last year, or the year before this year, excuse me, I was like, I want to do something different. I think that was my 3rd year, and I was like, I want to do something different. And Bruce has this giant water trough, and up here in Idaho in January, it's single digit numbers. This stuff is
yeah,
frozen solid. So I go out there and break up the ice, get in his trough, and I cut a little hole in the fence where he could stick his head in, and then I would feed him different things. And the series was like, will cows eat? Will cows eat bread? Will cows eat donuts? Will cows eat just all these different random foods? And so I did that. I was going to do just 1 month. I ended up doing like 2.5 just because I was having so much fun with it. And I was even getting people reaching out, like Wendy's was reaching out. They wanted us to promote like their new burger coming out or something, or a Frosty. I don't
weird.
remember exactly, but yeah, it was kind of random. And one of the days, I had this in the back of my head. I was like, okay, I know now that Bruce likes human food. He likes sweet stuff. He likes bread. And I had seen these beagles. Kiki and Coco is their channel, and these beagles like flip out over their owners trying to make something. They'll like have this recipe all set out, and these beagles just like go crazy over it. And so I was like, I want to do something similar to that. So I reached out to them. I was like, hey, do you guys mind if I kind of copy what you're doing? And they're like, yeah, we'd love to see that with the cow. That would be amazing. And
that's awesome.
and so this one day was so cold, windy, and I was like, I am not getting in that ice bath today. And so I was like, let's just make some pancakes, put them at the table, bring Bruce in, see what he does. And I posted that video, and it got like 70 million views in a week, I think, or something crazy. And so I was like, okay, that's what we need to keep doing. Just bring him in the house and cook with him, or daily routine, or whatever.
Do you guys have a second house for him? Like I see all the damage he creates. I'm just like, your wife must be just like, we need to get a French bulldog because this is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. He definitely creates a lot of damage. I mean, the floors are all torn up, and he's broke a lot of bowls, a lot of dishes. But I don't know. It's not anything we can't clean up, but it's a lot of work for sure to set everything up, bring him in, make a mess, take him out, and then clean up the mess. Like he's he drools so much, and we always have like flour or pancake mix, and it's like cement afterwards. His drool with that flour is awful. It does not come off of anything.
Build a little Adobe house outside with it.
Yeah, for sure. It's so bad, but he loves it. He starts salivating as soon as he comes in the house. He knows he's gonna get some food.
Are you? I'm just gonna be very selfish right now. Whereabouts in Idaho are you?
We're in the Treasure Valley, like Boise area.
Oh, I was gonna
Yeah.
say if you're up way up north Coeur d'Alene, I was gonna say we should find out if he eats comedy club food and have you guys come out to a comedy club.
That'll be
Over in
sweet.
Spokane.
Is that
Yeah,
where you're at in Spokane?
I'm gonna be up there in December, so I don't.
Oh,
So yeah,
nice.
yeah,
Yeah,
just doing
Spokane's
shows
kind of
up
a
there.
drive for us. We were up there last
We'll get to
summer. And
Boise. We'll get to Boise and we'll do
yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
yeah, there you go.
See if he'll eat chicken fingers and nachos.
That would be awesome. I'd love
What
to.
a great
love
way to
have that.
do like show promo too. If you're like telling your dates while the thing's eating it's over his shoulder. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Every time I see the videos, people lose their minds over it. But do you get flack too? Like, do you get people that are like, "Oh, so you shouldn't feed it food"? Like, how's it go?
Yeah, for sure. It goes both ways, but on the negative side of things, of course we get PETA or animal lovers that are just like, you're not supposed to give them that kind of food, or you're not, and they have no idea. It's just coming from ignorance with most of
While
those
they're eating a
people.
deep fried taco, they're telling you what you shouldn't be eating something. What you
Yeah,
shouldn't be
exactly.
feeding them. That's a first.
Exactly. But they don't understand like the process of cows and cattle and dairies. They purposefully give these cattle breads and sugars to help milk production and help their energy levels. And they'll get I don't know, the what is that called whenever it doesn't look very good. These companies create something and it's like a throwaway one. It's just like a bad batch or whatever. These
Yeah.
candy factories or donut places, and they'll just give them to the dairies to feed to their cattle to supplement that sugar. And that's what the cattle will seek out grass in certain times of day because it's got a higher sugar content. I don't know. And people don't understand any of that. And they're just like, you gave it some Skittles. What's wrong with you? And it's like a bowl of Skittles this big for him. It'd be like one Skittle for us. He's 1,700 pounds. It's going to do nothing to him.
Right. You should respond with, you should see his poop afterwards.
Yeah.
Rainbow.
Taste the rainbow.
Wait, did that happen? Is there anything like that ever happened?
No, I haven't
No.
seen anything anyways.
He's got too many stomachs to digest it down, huh? So it's all probably.
Yeah,
Just
for
shoot
sure.
Skittles across the room.
There was one time.
Does he fart?
Yeah, he actually
He farts
just
all the
was
time,
doing
huh?
that as I was
Yeah.
bringing him in. Yeah, he was farting and then started just crapping. But I got a story. There was one time we had him in the kitchen right here, and he started to poop, and then he coughed at the same time, and it shot across the kitchen. It was so gross. I'm not kidding. Probably 6 feet. It shot just. Luckily, no one was back there, but I wish we were filming because it was crazy.
I'm going to say this right now. Been there.
Just 6 feet away from the toilet, like Kobe.
Kobe.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, it goes both ways. Like I said, the positivity is amazing. I think that outweighs the negativity for sure. And,
Absolutely.
I think it's India. Is it they like love cows?
Worship cows, yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
I
they're a sacred animal. Sorry, they don't worship.
Yeah, and I get a ton of messages from them. They're like, you're gonna have the best life ever for treating this cow the way you do, and your next life is gonna be amazing. I'm just like, yeah, all right, cool. I'm gonna take that. Thanks.
You're like, how about this life? Why is the next one got to be bad?
Yeah.
It might have been so fantastic.
For real.
Neck deep in shit.
I love it.
Exactly.
And you've got a goat as well, right?
Yeah, I've got 4 goats right now. Yeah.
Are they the fainting goats? Is that what they are?
No, the ones I've got are boar goats, 2 boar goats, and then Nigerian dwarfs. The dwarfs are the really little ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're
They're freaking cute. They're so cute.
They are.
And
they're awesome.
his goats, I mean, I'm sure they do sometimes, but my son will be around their property and stuff. And so you have to worry about goats. They can be a nuisance. They're little assholes sometimes. But never once have his goats done anything. Like I'm telling you, there's 100 stories of some kid not paying attention and the goat just cracking them. And for some reason, your goats don't do that I've seen.
No,
they're like
chill.
kangaroos. They're like kangaroos. Some kangaroos are nice, and then another one will just kick somebody for no apparent reason.
Yeah, just an asshole.
A kangaroo would be sweet. I should get a kangaroo in the kitchen.
Oh man, just or take a kangaroo shopping and see if it shoplifts stuff into its pouch.
Pouch, like running away from the cops.
Just what can a kangaroo shoplift?
Just kicks the security guard. Like, this is mine. That'd be awesome.
Is there an evolution to this? Is there an evolution? Do you find a cow for it to marry, or like a kangaroo buddy? Is there some kind of thing we're doing? Is there an evolution that you thought of?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always trying to evolve with it and keep it going, and adapt, especially to social media. It changes so much. But we got a calf from my uncle's place in California at the dairy down there. And so she's about a year old now. And so I don't know. I didn't know what I wanted to do with that. If it was like a boyfriend, girlfriend kind of a thing, or like a brother, sister kind of a thing. I don't know. I'm trying to tell the story a certain way, and I don't want to be stuck in this bubble of like, oh, they're a couple. Now we can't do, I don't know, something different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll probably keep it like brother sister kind of a thing. But yeah, she's
Sounds
huge too
Probably
now.
better if she's not even 1 year old. And how old?
Yeah. He's Bruce is 2.5.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, never
Yeah.
mind.
But the
She's-
great part
she's
about
cool,
if you move to northern Idaho, it could be brother, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend.
You could be both.
They do that up there.
Oh, have you been to northern Idaho? Those people are interesting. I think I'm curious about, so you were pretty successful with another thing before you started with Bruce, right? You had like another show kind of going on YouTube, right?
Yeah, correct. So I started with the kids channel typically initially, and it was with my oldest two boys pretty much, and we were just like, it was kind of on a similar level of the kids are living life, without parents almost. They're driving their car to the fast food
That's
place
funny.
and getting a burger or going to the bank and that's, kind of the direction I go with Bruce, where it's like he's kind of just doing stuff that isn't actually happening, but he's, my companion, my buddy, we're going on a jog or we're going to the water park, it's just entertainment really. But so I started with that, and yeah, that was pretty successful. We had a couple videos hit, I don't know, 190 million views on YouTube, which was amazing. Just cool to see that kind of stuff. And we got hit with all the kids content.
That's insane. 190. Like
Yeah.
I have one that's hit like 7 million this month, and I thought I was doing well, and then you just come in with kids and a cow and hit 190. It's
Low
impressive.
end.
Yeah.
7 million's amazing. That's great. Don't
Don't even try.
discount
Don't even try.
yourself,
Take your
man.
With your
Come on.
mustache.
content, 7 million, like, no, not an insult. Elias knows I love him. He's my homie. But your content is just you and your talent. His content is people being like shock value and like, oh my gosh, it's crazy, and it's like really clickable. It's not the same, like, I don't know, the pay scale is probably not even the same, but it's not the same content. It's not
Yeah.
30 of
I
craziness.
don't really care. It's impressive. Like 190 million views is impressive.
Huge.
And you know what's great about it, and people get mad at social media a lot, but in my head, there's no way you would ever done this on a TV show. No, somebody would have gotten in the way. It would have been, like they would have had, oh, we're trying to make somebody else happy, right? But just doing it on your own and being able to do this, I think it's incredible. I love social media for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Yeah, and I appreciate you saying that. But we did get hit initially with the kids content. I don't know if you
Because
guys
they're
know about
driving.
Yeah. No, everybody on YouTube got hit, unfortunately, and that was 2019, I think. And it was like the YouTube got sued and everything. It was like you can't target anyone under 13 for ad placement because you're gathering information on them.
Oh,
So it was like this
really?
big lawsuit against YouTube, which, they get sued for $500 million. That's nothing to them. They don't care. So
Yeah.
it wasn't a big deal, I don't think. But so we got hit with that, because they were gathering information. So these ad placement was for like whoever's watching. So if they're watching a Spider-Man video, this kid's watching a Spider-Man video, and then they show them a Spider-Man toy that they're trying to sell them on the commercial part. That was what the problem was. So instead of doing targeted ads, they had to switch to like a general ad where it's just like they don't know who's watching and whatever.
Smoking.
So yeah, so probably. So we went from, I don't know, making whatever to 10% of that. So it was like not even worth posting anymore, really.
Wow.
And it was a lot of work to do that. So I switched, and how I got around it was I got a dog and was like, I could check that box now. No, there's no kids in my video. And no, this is not made for kids. It's just an entertaining video. So I did the same thing with my dog driving the car and chasing someone that's robbed the bank, or, once again, just kids stuff. And that was successful as well. But I don't know, it got very repetitive and old. And that was about the same time Robert had posted that he was looking for a camera guy, and I was like, oh, let's try it out. And he hit me back. We got coffee. I actually just drove by that coffee shop the other day, Robert. I think it was yesterday or the day before, and I was like, oh, happy memories right there. And and then we just started traveling all over the place. It was amazing. We got to meet some really cool people, and honestly, I owe a lot of that success with Bruce to that. Just be able to meet these different folks, content creators, celebrities that are doing it, and like you said, without a TV show, just on social media was crazy to see the success of these people. I was like, man, yeah, I could do that for sure. I mean, I've already got the skills of filming and editing, and I just need to come up with something creative. And Bruce was it, I guess. I was kind of unaware of that. Luckily, I stumbled into it, but very blessed for sure to have that happen.
That's incredible. Yeah, that's great. I love that you learned off of doing other stuff and did it just because at the end of the day, that's all it is, doing it, right? So when people hate on things like that, it's just because they're too lazy to do it.
Yeah.
So,
oh, absolutely.
So yeah.
And that's go ahead. I'm sorry.
Can he skate?
Can Bruce skate?
Yeah.
That's so funny you ask, because I've like really been wanting to do this like giant skateboard where I build a giant skateboard and put him on it. But I'm trying to figure out like how to make that happen, to where it's stable enough to hold 1,700 pounds, and maybe even like just roll it a little bit, or I mean, I could edit it to make it look like it's rolling too, but
it might be taking a chassis of a car and putting a skateboard on it. You know what I mean?
That could work. I didn't
even if you have the wheels locked, because if 1,700 pounds gets rolling, you might be a little worried. But even if you have the wheels locked, you can just edit them rolling if he's on the board.
Yeah, for sure. But Tony Hawk is a fan of Bruce's, and we've DM'd back and forth, and so I don't know. I'd really like to create this giant skateboard, get it down to Tony Hawk somehow, and then get Bruce down there as well and film something. But
half it's just seeing him decked out with knee pads and a helmet.
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure. It would be awesome. We've done one video where we went to the skate park, and he's just kind of watching me skateboard. Kind of a skate nerd.
I love it. Has he been to a concert yet? I don't know why I'm just going to ask you a bunch of things. I'm just going to ask you to do content. Can he go see Pearl Jam?
That would be awesome.
I think he needs to go see Pearl Jam. Bruce is smoking.
We'll put him in the mosh pit and just let him go to town.
Just to see people bounce off
funny.
Has he ever heard anybody when you guys like he pushes you guys around, and I've watched him where he's like bounced some people. Has anybody gotten hurt just trying to like keep up with him?
No. I mean, nothing serious. He'll just kind of
not that he's trying to. It's just
yeah.
He's a husky boy.
Yeah, he's a husky boy.
That's right. He is very husky. But I think probably the worst has been Kyle Smith. His video he posted probably 2 months ago on Instagram, and it got like 100 million views. He was here collabing with us, and he just started the video with Bruce just like smacking him out of the way. And I think that was the hook, got people watching, and yeah, that was crazy. But he didn't hurt him or anything. And Kyle was a good sport about it. It's like, I was in his space trying to eat his food. Of course that's gonna happen. But other than that, he's got me pretty good a couple of times just stepping on my feet, and it's unintentional, of course. But yeah,
those are my favorite ones, when he steps on your feet.
Oh my God, yeah.
Has it broke anything?
No, luckily, but it's been pretty bad. I've gotten a lot of bruising on my feet and stuff from it, but luckily it hasn't been too bad.
He's got the same feet as LeBron James. You ever seen LeBron James?
Yeah. It's okay.
They're all twisted around and stuff like that.
They're pretty much like that. Yeah, probably same shoe size too.
I love it. If somebody said we want to make a movie with them, would you make a movie with them?
Yeah, I would love to. That would be so much fun.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I have these folks that I was chatting with, and they trained their steers to ride. and a movie production. No, it was a TV show. They reached out and were like, "Hey, can we use your cows for some videos? We want to ride these cows in the TV show." And they said, "Yeah." So I mean, I would love to do something like that.
I was in movies with chimpanzees. I was in MVP 2, which is about a chimpanzee that plays hockey. And then I was in MXP, which is about a chimpanzee that snowboards.
Dude,
They're
that's
the same
terrifying.
people. It was absolutely terrifying because when they put the chimpanzee on the ice, you have to meet him. You go down on one knee, and then he comes over and gives you a hug, and you find out how strong he is, and you go, "Oh God, he'd kill us!" Right? And then he could skate better than his trainers, and he'd get away and start like just roaming on their ice. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, they're strong, and now they got knives on their feet. This isn't going to be good." So, but I'm surprised. I'm surprised they did all the Air Bud movies. These people, and I'm actually surprised that they haven't reached out to you, kind of, with
Yeah.
all your success, like to say, "Hey, let's maybe do something."
Oh, that
So
would be amazing. I would love it. We got featured in Blink Twice. Channing Tatum was in that one. But anyways, the director reached out and was like, "Hey, I love your stuff. Can we just have like?" And it was like literally probably a second, maybe not even that, half a second, of the gal scrolling on her phone, and one of Bruce's videos pops up. And so that was super cool, just to be in a movie at all.
if
That's
I was a
awesome.
dir-
I'm gonna have to watch that now. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
if
like
I
in
was
the
a
first
director,
like
I'd just
five
put you guys
minutes.
walking by,
Yeah,
I just
sit in the
like in
background.
anything, just yeah, just downtown, middle of Batman, you guys walking by. Just-
Batman, Bruce wearing a bat mask.
yeah,
That would be
different
I
awesome.
was
Bruce.
born of the darkness. Here comes Bruce.
Yeah, meh.
His name's Bruce too, huh? Batman is
Yeah,
Bruce. That would be
Yeah.
perfect. I love it. Yeah. We took him downtown Boise for one of the videos we did for booking.com. And that was super cool. We figured like an hour of time it would take us to, shoot everything. It ended up being 4 hours because everybody just wanted to stop and talk and take a picture with Bruce. It's like, man, this is all day thing. But it was super fun.
Celebrity.
Yeah, yeah. And not even that. Like, I bet you it was probably 50-50. People knew who Bruce was, and, the other half were just like, oh my gosh, there's a cow downtown. Let me take a
this is
picture.
fantastic.
Yeah,
I've had dreams like this.
Fun.
exactly. Yeah, people would lose their crap. They're just like, this is amazing. And it's
That's
crazy the amount of people that like are obsessed with cows. It's so interesting. Like, I don't know what it is about cows because they're not normally a pet, and I don't know. You don't typically interact with a cow, but people love cows for some reason.
Have you seen those? They have the dwarf cows. Have you seen those dwarf bulls? They're like kind of like got longer hair. Have you seen those ones?
Yeah, the Highlands. We were kind of looking into getting one of those, but they're like, I mean, they can be like $10,000 to $20,000 a cow for a
Man,
calf.
man, Bruce, you got to make some more videos, buddy.
Yeah. And he would like tower over that thing. I don't know if it'd be safe for them to be together in the
I
same
didn't
room.
realize that those were short. The long-haired Highland cows, like in Scotland and all that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't
they're super
realize they
short.
were short because I've only seen them standing next to other of the same type of cow.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, they're
That's
tiny.
funny.
I bet you they're 3
Yeah,
feet to the
they're
top of their back.
I think I've
That's
been
crazy.
standing next to the other kinds that look like them, so I didn't know how big they were.
They all look exactly the same.
So what you're saying is the Scottish aren't very tall.
Yeah. It's a Scottish
Exactly.
guy. Are they very tall? I don't even know. You've been over there,
I
Robert.
know a couple really tall Scotsmen, and I know a short one. So I think there's a plethora of Scottish heights.
They come in different sizes.
They
I
do.
guess
They do.
everybody's short to you, though, Robert.
That's
That's an
true.
unfair question.
Well, Tom Stoltman's got me by like an inch. So there's at least one big boy out there.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
well, there you go. It's got you by an inch. I'm not going to even ask how you guys measured.
Just take off running.
I find it fascinating, the whole thing. I have a question before we start wrapping it up here is You said you started with your sons. Were they bummed when it kind of stopped for them?
Initially they were super stoked about all the social media stuff because, every kid's like, I want to be a YouTuber when I grow up, or I want to,
It's
be
amazing.
involved with social media. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
100% the number one question nowadays, at least for American young children. I don't know if that's worldwide or not, but I would assume. But after a while of filming, they were super stoked on it at first, but then they're like, all right, this sucks. So I don't think they really cared. They're kind of annoyed with having to film but
They're
I mean,
probably
we're doing,
they're
Luckily,
probably
your
one.
boys got to see the actual work involved in something like that. It's not like they watched a bunch of videos and they think like, oh, these kids are cool, so it'll be easy. Like your sons did all the filming, all the edit, all that stuff, so they realized like if you want to do this as a full-time thing, it's a lot of work, and not only that is it's constantly changing. Like you've shown them and you've seen, you
oh
can't just
yeah,
stick to the same stuff.
it's
Do you think they're
crazy.
the ones that reported YouTube?
Yeah, probably. The child labor laws. Yeah, they
That's
probably did.
fantastic. So we want to get some plugs out there for you. And they're fascinating again. You guys have got a book.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. So
and
Bruce on the Loose just dropped last month, and so it's a kid-directed kind of oriented book, and I don't know, we're really proud of that, and
what's it
it's
about?
that's about kind of our stories. So some of our biggest videos, we kind of took those stories and turned them into a book, basically, like Bruce in the kitchen, and would you let your cow in the kitchen, or going with him on a jog, and yeah, it's fun for kids,
That's
anyways. Yeah, we're
that's
happy
great.
with it. And
And he
then
does
yeah,
cameos?
yeah, we do cameos.
Both of you or just him, or how do you do it?
Yeah, typically I'll talk and then, feed him something. If it's a birthday, like yesterday, we just did two, and I got him just these little tiny personal cupcakes, like a birthday cupcake. And, I'm like, hey, happy birthday, Henry. Here you go. Bruce is happy that it's your birthday because he gets cake, something like
Oh,
that.
that's funny.
Yeah. I don't know. I think people like it, hearing their name and then Bruce like eating a cake in celebration of that person. And typically it's for a kid or somebody's wife or something. I don't know. I usually
Old
get
dairy
pretty,
farmer.
yeah,
Yeah,
I usually
that's
get
funny.
pretty clean ones. I know that sometimes on Cameo, I've seen other people and they get like some pretty raunchy ones. I'm like, dang, that's crazy that they're okay with saying that or doing that. But luckily, I haven't gotten anything like that. Yeah, so we do cameos, and then we've got our merch, of course, the Bruce
Yo, it's
logo.
funny. I was gonna mention that you started off. I remember you went out and you got the T-shirt printer, you got the scanner, you got all the stuff. I spent all the money, and you were like, I'm really gonna try and make this work. And you were working your butt off, and it was like slow. Then it got going, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm not even gonna make them anymore. I can't keep up. So now it's somebody else, and like I just remember because I do clothes, and so like watching you do that, I was so impressed with how I'm always impressed with a lot of things. I'm not trying to make you blush here, but your commitment and your drive is what makes me feel like I need to keep you in my life. Like you make me want to be better, like you don't think of something and then sit home and hope it happens. You really get after it, but you have ever since the day I fucking met you, I've wanted to hustle half as hard as you. So
Oh,
I'm glad to be following.
I
Oh,
appreciate that for sure, but that's what it takes these days to make anything happen. Because if you don't try, your success rate is 100% that you're gonna fail. You're gonna not make it. But if you try, at least there's a small percentage possibly that you can make it, and
I
that's
think I
that's a
think also I think you gotta be fine with not succeeding,
yeah.
right? Like you gotta be fine with just if you just give it a shot and that's your excitement, just giving it a shot, there's a better chance you're gonna succeed rather than this has gotta succeed.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
absolutely. I
you
mean, I
know,
can't tell you how many times I've failed at trying something or doing something, but you learn from it and you can apply that to other things in your life. It doesn't have to be that thing, but with the shirts, I was like, yeah, let's go all in, buy all the equipment, spend thousands of dollars on this, and then I don't even end up using it, which sucked. But I learned the hard way. You don't invest a ton of money into something if you're not fully gonna make it doing that. So
Yeah, you keep the budget down. Your website is eliasfilms.com. Is that what it is?
yep, films with a Z,
Films with a
EliasFilms.com.
Z or
Yeah,
Z if you're in Canada.
Zed.
is that a thing? I
Yeah,
don't know what
Z.
I don't
Yeah,
know what
Europe and Canada.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's all about. But
Mm. Sorry.
He gives, he makes you look the other way and then he punches you in the head. I like it. And then Elias underscore films at all your social medias. You do TikTok, you do Instagram, YouTube. Do you do the X? I feel like there'd just be people yelling political things at you if you guys did X.
yeah, I never got into X. I don't know. You
Perfect.
guys tell
That
me
makes me happy.
if I'm being dumb
No,
for not doing that, but
it's a
yeah, I've
waste.
never done. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
I
I'm also
tried to
on.
do X, and it's like it feels very it's
Sad.
suffocating. Yes, it's like you could say something nice and nobody cares, or you say something mean and everyone blows it up, and you're like, "Oh, I'm supposed to be mean on here," and then it's like I don't
Yeah.
know.
True.
It's
I
hard.
guess
X is a hard one.
somebody was on there reposting all my stuff, so I don't know. Maybe I do have an account on there. I don't know.
That's funny.
Why not? But we got a Snapchat as well, and then what
Does
was
that
my
happen a
social?
lot though, where they'll take your content and repurpose it for themselves?
Oh, dude, it was so bad in the beginning because somebody got the handle because I had started with Francisco Films was actually my original name, and and I didn't change it. I was filming all the Bruce stuff under that handle, and then I was like, well, I want to change it to my actual name, Elias Films, and then I don't know, it'll be like a broad thing. I didn't want to incorporate Bruce specifically because then I can't do anything else except for Bruce, which I ended up doing anyway. So it's kind of a dumb call. But so it's Elias Films. And then someone else created and used the handle Bruce the Cow, which is
Oh,
perfect, And so everyone was like going to this Bruce the Cow account, and they got like 70,000 followers, I think, on TikTok
and I
under this.
guarantee it was a kid about 8 years old.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm
Yeah.
sure of that. I think it was from another country though, because everything was spelt wrong, and they're doing like, or I guess that could be an 8-year-old. I guess, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got quite a few hits on TikTok specifically, where it's like, hey, this isn't your original content. You're reposting someone else's, because I would post to
No
Instagram
way they're
first.
saying you were doing it?
Yeah, so I was getting hit for copyright issues, but I was posting on Instagram first, and this person, whoever they were, was so good they would go film my stuff, screen record it on Instagram as soon as I uploaded it, and then go post it on TikTok before I could get over there and post it to TikTok. And so whenever I would post it, it'd be like, oh, this has already been posted, what the heck are you doing? And then I'd get a
really funny.
copyright strike or whatever. So
But that's
really
all
sucked.
cleared now.
Yeah, I think I've gotten all cleared up. I got verified on TikTok and Instagram, so that helps a ton with people seeing your content and being like, "Oh, that's legit. It's got the check mark." But
That
I don't
cow's
know.
legit.
Yeah,
Too legit to quit.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, the blue check mark helps for sure. I was too
Does.
stubborn to pay for it though initially. I wish I would have.
How much does that cost on TikTok?
And on Instagram is what I meant specifically, but I just got it on TikTok. They gave it to me, but I don't know if
They've
you can even
denied me
pay on
twice.
TikTok.
I
On
had
which
somebody
platform?
message me just today on TikTok about getting mine. Haven't used TikTok a ton. I got a message literally today about, oh, we'll help you get verified. And I'm so cautious of all that shit now because I've been burned. And I go through and I look and I realize like they're not verified. They took a picture of a verified thing and put their picture has a verified blue check, but it's not outside the picture, And so
Yeah,
like it's
that's
a
awesome.
scam person trying to get me to like either give them my info or whatever. So I'm gonna go through that same thing here soon.
I've got so much of that where it's like, we can help you with this. We can help you get verified. And I'm like, yeah, I've only fallen for it once or twice. I'm like, dang
This
it.
is-
Last thing really quick, because we got to go. Does Bruce have groupies?
Does he have groupies? Oh yeah, for sure. There's a
Really?
couple people that are like obsessed with him and DM me all the time, just nonstop. They're just like, I want to meet Bruce. Just let me come out to your place. I live in Idaho. I know you live here. Like, just let me come out and visit. I'll pay you. And I'm just like, I don't think I want that person here, just in case. They seem a little too excited about it.
My God. I want to come see you. No, you can't come over Heinz57.com. I love it. Well, thank you so much for just dropping by and saying hi to us and bringing a husky boy named Bruce into the Husky Boys show.
Of course.
Robert just speaks highly of you and loves you, and you're so fun to talk to. It's nice to meet you. I was concerned
you
the
as
other
well.
day because I sent you a message and we talked real quick, and then you said I look forward, and I said fuck yeah, and then you didn't say anything else. I was like, oh no, I've offended him. So
sorry. No, I'm gonna respond
man.
right now. I don't know what I should say back. Give me a second.
Fuck you.
Sorry.
I love it. Yeah, sorry. Dude. But I'll meet you in person at some point, and I'd love to have you out to a show, whatever. Yeah, whatever we need from us. The Husky Boys are here to help you. And is there anything you want to promote before you go?
No, I mean, really, I want this all to be positivity, with Bruce. I want people to realize that all social media doesn't have to be negative, or I don't know. It seems like we leave so much with this like mindset. We'll watch a video and be like, I don't know, watching a couple dudes fight, or, someone stealing something, or a political stance, and it doesn't all have to be that way. And so, I don't know, we really just want to bring a smile to people's faces and be like, I had a rough day. Hey, let's watch a Bruce video and just forget about it all for a minute.
Just a little escape, and you're definitely bringing it. So congratulations on that, man.
Yeah, hopefully we can get more of that in the world.
Awesome. Well, you're part of the Husky Boys. We're pretty positive.
Right
like
on.
as in weight.
Yeah. You guys are right there at the line. You're pushing it.
We're 5'6". We're 5'6", 1700. Thanks, Elias. Thanks, Bruce. We'll see everybody next week. Robert, I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys. That's a ton of fun.
Thank you, guys.